This here is a crochet snowflake, and it can be made into a doily. In this video today, it's going to be a 2-in-1. I'm going to show you how to make the snowflake, and then I'm going to show you how to join them together if you'd like to do so. If you use the Patons Grace Yarn with just a small little hook of a C or 2.5 millimeter, you'll be able to make these 4-inch ones. Just spray it with some hardener. You can use it as a little decor, or you can just add it together. You'll see in the original pattern that is linked in the video description is that this was using like a Red Heart Super Saver yarn with a much bigger hook. Those will be much bigger, but it's a great opportunity to have this. This is only 4 rounds and these go relatively quick. I actually did this little motif thing here in about 2 hours, and I will show you how to work this. So let's begin. No matter what size yarn you're using, just make sure that the hook kind of complements it. I want this to be a doily, so I want to just use a smaller piece just like this, so a smaller yarn. So I'm creating a slip knot to begin. I don't want the tail to be too big, and I'm going to chain a total of 6. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and slip stitch it to the beginning chain to form the center ring, and lay that straggler on the outside of that ring to trap it into position as we do the first round, which is next. So let's begin the first round. You were going to just suddenly chain 3. I don't know how suddenly, why that I said that, but it is. And what I want is 11 more double crochet into the center of the ring, and we'll count those out together. So we have 1, 2, go right up over top of that straggler to keep it in, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So with the chain 3 that you started plus those 11, it should give you 12. So verify the count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Make sure you do have 12, and then at the end of this, you were just going to slip stitch it to the beginning chain 3 to form the center, and any yarn that's left over that is peeking out from the back side of your starting here, just take some scissors and give it a good snip. Round number 2, the ending of this round is going to be slightly different than what you may realize, so we'll get there in a moment. So you're just going to chain 1 to start, and you are going to single crochet the first, and then you're going to chain 3. So 1, 2, 3, and then single crochet the next one, and then chain 3. So 1, 2, 3, and then single crochet the next one. And I need you to do this all the way around, so you'll have 12 of these spaces going around, but I'll show you how to do the last one because it's unique, and I'll be back in just a moment. When you come all the way back around, I'm not yet finished. I'm in the last stitch though. I got my single crochet here. So I'm gonna have 11 of these so far. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. To get the last one, all you're just going to do is just half double crochet to the first single crochet, because we need to be in the middle of the chain 3 section, and this creates that illusion of it creating a space. So it's just joined with a half double crochet. We're going to continue on to round number 3. Round number 3, just chain up 1 and single crochet into the half double crochet that is leaning on its side, that's creating that space. Immediately come to the next chain 3 space, and you are going to apply 2 double crochet first. So we have 1, 2, just like that, and then chain 3. So 1, 2, 3, and 2 more half double crochet in. So here's going to be the repeat going around. The next space is just like this single crochet that we started with. It's just going to be a single crochet by itself. And then the next space after that right here is going to be 2 double crochet to start, chain 3, and 2 double crochet. And I need you to do that sequence all the way around, and by the time you get all the way around, you're going to see that you have 6 points of a snowflake that's developed. So single into the next, and then do another 2 double crochet, chain 3, 2 double crochet in the next, and so on. Please do this around for round number 3, and we'll have one more round to go. When you get all the way around, you're going to be just on this double crochet and just slip stitch it to the first single crochet. So you should see 6 petals kind of idea, and we're moving on to your final round. I'm going to show you the final round as if you're not joining with anything. Right where you're sitting, you're just going to chain 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and slip stitch back into that same stitch that you're in. You're now going to chain 2, so 1 and 2, and then just come into this chain 3 space. There's a lot of stuff going to happen here. So there's going to be a single crochet first, and then chain 3, so 1, 2, 3, back into that space again, a single crochet, and now you're going to chain 5. So this is the very point. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, single crochet back in, and we're not done yet, so we're going to chain 3, so 1, 2, 3, and single crochet back in. Okay, so you technically have 1 chain 3, 1 chain 5, 1 chain 3 that are separated by single crochets. You're going to chain 2 and slip stitch to the next single crochet right here. Chain 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and slip stitch back into the same one. Okay, and now you're ready to start a new one. So you're going to chain 2, so 1, 2, and come to your next space. So it'll be a single first, chain 3, a single again, chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, single crochet again, chain 3, so 1, 2, 3, and single back in. It's like a fleur-de-lis really. And now you're going to chain 2 and then go to your next single where you're going to slip stitch, chain 4, and then slip stitch again, and then you restart again. So chain 2, get to your next space, and you're creating that. Please do this around. I'll be right back. I'm coming all the way back around. I'm going to chain 2. I've already done all my fancy footwork already in the first one, so I'm just going to slip stitch it with the first one, and then that's where I'm going to just fasten off and weave in my ends. So this is what it looks like when it's not attached to anything. It's just a little square, just like you, or just a little snowflake, as you see. It's really cute, and you could actually make a little bit of a string here if you wanted to tie it off in a way, and you may not need to harden it at all. It still may be good. So we're going to go further in this tutorial, and I'm going to show you how to attach it and what the strategy is if you want to make it and keep on adding it to other things. Let's begin to do that next. To add it to something else, I'm going to reverse back out because the final round I want to attach to another motif at the same time. So I'm going to go all the way back to the very start of this again and restart and redo number 4, but attaching it this time. So if you're ever making these motifs, you have to do one all by itself and then the rest attached together. Let's go look at the main motif stuff. So when looking at something like this, you would have done the center one, that is all by itself and you need it completely done, and then you start adding. So the next one, you were always adding just to 2 points on this, on the center. So the next one, it would be adding into here and here only. And then when you add the next one, which will be this one, you're adding to here and here, which is sharing the same spot, and also here. So I'm going to show you how to be able to join these things so that you can just join them quite easily. So I'd recommend the join is not within the first point, but maybe the second, and it will make your life a lot easier. Let's show you the fourth round as if you're joining. So we're starting the fourth round again, and this time we're going to join. So you're going to automatically just chain 4. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, and 4, slip stitch into there. So we're only joining on the points and not the indentations in. So we're going to head to our first point. You're going to chain 2, and you're going to do the first point as you already know it. So it's going to be a single crochet, chain 3, single crochet into the same point, chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, single crochet the same point, chain 3, and then single crochet back into the same point. So now chain 2 and slip stitch to the single crochet. Now you're going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and slip stitch back into the single crochet. So this point we're going to join to wherever we need it to join. So you're going to start off first and you're going to chain 2 and you'll single crochet into the next point. And the next chain 3, 1, 2, 3, that's not joining to anything, so we'll just do it, and then single crochet back in, and it's going to be the chain 5 space. So whether if you were doing this one right now, you'd join here, here, and here to kind of bring it together, or you can do the end right here. It doesn't really matter. You can decide what works for you. So instead of chaining 5, you're going to chain 2, 1 and 2 only, and I just pick up the next point that I want to attach to, go from the underside, and just pull through. So that counts as number 3, and then chain 2. Okay, so it's still 5, it's just the middle one is joined, and you're going to come back into the center. So you single crochet, chain 3, and single crochet in. So the one point has now just been attached. So you're going to chain 2, slip stitch to the next single, chain 4, slip stitch in, and chain 2 to move to the next point. And you're going to single crochet and chain 3, single crochet, and this is the chain 5 normally. So if you're not joining to anything, just chain 5 and keep on going. But if you're going to join, I'm going to join it right here. So I'm going to chain 2, and I pick up the next point, I come underneath, okay, and slip it together, and then I chain 2, 1 and 2, and then I come back into the space, single crochet, chain 3, and single crochet, and then chain 2 and slip to the next single. So I've now officially attached this to here without ever having to sew. So chain 4, slip stitch in the center, and just keep on going around what you already know. Okay, so you can use the first part of that to be able to finish that because you know how to do it already because I showed you. And so the only thing that you need to watch for is when you're going to join it. So if you did this one here, you would probably have this, this, and this if it's the same star going in. So just be really strategic instead of random, and your life will be a lot easier. And hopefully this was of help for you today.